Then when I started working, of course, when you're fresh out of college, you don't know anything. You think you know everything, but you don't, because you don't have the experience. You've never done community organization. You've never done curriculum writing. You've never done hiring and firing. You've never done all of those things I've never done. And I was very fortunate when I was offered the opportunity to develop and grow Rosemont Community School, which was nobody had ever done that before. I mean, I didn't know what a community school was, but I wanted the job. And I got the job, and I had to develop that from the scratch, curriculums, hiring courses. And I had some training. The director of the program that hired me, his name is Eddie Herrera. He's no longer here. He was a community activist. He was a professional in organizing the community for voting and for education. So he gave me a lot of the guidance. And when I fielded the field for my assistant for that program, we hired 60 people. It was I don't recall the budget, but it was a pretty hefty budget. After I had a good accountant and a good director. The woman that applied for the directorship is a leader and a mover in the city of Fort Worth from way back, 1973. She was already a leader. And she was applying for a position under me, who had no experience. She had a lot of money, came from influential circles. And I was stunned. I said, this is who I want. But I was a little bit intimidated. How do you hire somebody of this prestige? So I put up my hands. I said, well, I'll give it a shot. So I hired her. And both of us working together were dynamic because she had all the connections. She had the influence. And I had the knowledge and was flexible enough to learn how to put this excellent program together. So she's another mentor that taught me a lot about community organization, respect, people come first, and if you don't serve the people, then you're not a good leader. So she was already a leader, so I modeled after her style, her way of thinking, and we made a very successful program. Her name is Joan Klein. She's still alive. She's a matriarch of the South Side. She has some. Are you familiar with the South Side? There's a street called Elizabeth Boulevard, where at the founding of the city, the leaders used to be there, the bankers, the oilers, the cattle owners lived on this boulevard called Elizabeth Boulevard. And her house was the first house ever built there, so she goes way back in the community. She was a leader. Then I've had leaders that I've worked with, leaders in the community that I'm friends now, because I came at the time when it was an emerging role. New people were coming in, new leaders were. There was the old leaders that were here that made it possible for me to succeed. They're gone. Sam Garcia, Manuel Jara, Mr. Lara. There was a group of maybe 10, 12 Mexican, Hispanic leaders that were here burning the bushes, making it possible for us. Well, those are the people that I'm hanging around with now, but we're leaving. I mean, we're 70s, and some of them died. So those leaders were Manuel Valdez, the first Hispanic judge. Carlos Puentes was the first Hispanic school board member. Luis Zapata was the first Hispanic city council person. We now have a new first Hispanic superintendent, and it's taken that long. Jacinto Ramos, not too much older than you are. He's our first Hispanic school board member. So we need to keep that movement going, and that's what I probably will contribute to the most. Help other people, young people like you that have the initiative, and put them on the right track. I think I'm proud to say that I helped Jacinto get to where he's at, because I worked for his campaign, and he already had the leadership abilities. He just needed to be put in the right place. So that's going to be my mission, is to continue to encourage other people to do what we've done, because we have so much to do. I think we've come a long way, and then you realize, wow, we still have so much further to go. Now with the immigration, the way it is, a lot of the people that are coming are uneducated. That doesn't mean they're dumb. They're hardworking, honest people. They just need to be educated to the fact that they need to vote. They need to register. They need to become citizens. They need to learn English. So it's a huge, because we have thousands. When I came to Fort Worth, I'm not sure. Now, the school that I taught at, 99% Hispanics. 75% of them immigrants from Mexico. with no education, hardworking, honest people, and that's the new crop that needs to be, put on track, because we are already almost the largest minority. I think we are the largest minority in the state of Texas and in other states. So it's just a matter of education. My career as an educator will not end